Hey everybody, it is Jason from the Texas Gun Vault 2, and I'm coming to you from my car. So you guys are getting a car video today. And I kind of feel bad because I'm talking about the same topic generally that I've been talking about the past couple of days, just because I think it is so pressing. And as an INTJ that looks at the future and all the variables and possible outcomes, I really see a very bleak future for the Second Amendment based on what's going on right now and some of the discussions we've been having about the indictment in Georgia of Donald Trump and how this does not bode well for Republicans in the Second Amendment, not because of the indictments themselves, but because so many people that don't like Trump, even on the Republican, conservative, or libertarian side, are in a way celebrating what's going on. And I guess what I'm trying to get at is that just like when it comes to the ATF pistol brace rule, which I was right on, and I told a lot of people, this is the way it's going to be, this is what's going to happen. I mean, what are we now, in the middle of August? Yeah, we have some injunctions, but they're just temporary. The ATF pistol brace rule is still in play, and gun stores and gun shops have changed how they sell, AR-15 pistols. You can't get them with braces anymore. The rule is still technically in place. I told you guys this is the way it was going to go down. There wasn't any mass raids of people registering B&Ts because, oh my gosh, 922R or whatever. I told you how it was going to go down. I can see this stuff. I can predict it. And I can tell you right now, here's my prediction. About February 15th, 2025, you are going to see President Joe Biden sign into law the most sweeping gun control bill you will have ever seen written. It will be a bill that will ban assault weapons and go way beyond what normal assault weapons do. You'll have firearm insurance requirements, safe storage. You'll have the repeal of the firearms, the Protection of Lawful Commerce in Arms Act. You'll have all this stuff, and you'll probably maybe even have a national registry, universal background checks, and probably a firearm owner's identification card. And it will all be, as I said, mid-February 2025. Mark my words. And you'll probably even have forced buybacks of your guns. And I'm going to tell you why. Because the way the future is looking, because people are not stepping up and don't realize that there's a bigger game being played, because the Democrats and these prosecutors and all these places that are bringing indictments, they're not doing it because they honestly think Trump did anything. They're doing it to stop Trump. Now, I want to say I'm not a Trump fan. I am not a Trump voter. I cannot vote for Trump because I am not registered to vote. I don't like Trump because he was, for the most part, anti-Second Amendment. I mean, he did more anti-Second Amendment stuff than pretty much any president in the past. So I'm no big Donald Trump fan. I can't vote for the guy. I can't. And I probably wouldn't in a primary if I did vote. However, those of you out there that are like, well, the charges, the grand jury met and found this, they can indict a ham sandwich, okay? Grand juries, like here in the state of Texas, they're absolute jokes. If you're going to be tried on anything, it has to go to a grand jury. And grand juries do not hear evidence from the defense. They only hear evidence from the prosecution, and they indict 99.95% of the time. They just go in there, and the prosecutor says, I recommend you vote for indictment on this, and they just say, okay, whatever. And that's it. These are kangaroo courts in very liberal jurisdictions, probably run by people, and these people in these juries are people that were never going to vote for him anyway, are not supporters of him. But regardless of what the accusations are or the indictments, what you guys don't understand is that the Democrats are playing you because they know something that you're not thinking about. If there is anybody on the ballot in 2024 on the Republican presidential nominee candidate side that's not Donald Trump in this cycle, Joe Biden will be president of the United States. Okay, that's the way it's going to be, because whether or not you like it, this is going back to the ATF stuff. You can say the ATF can't create law or this is unconstitutional. It doesn't matter. You can believe and feel whatever you want. There's facts of the world. And one of the facts of the world is Donald Trump has supporters who will walk on glass and through fire to vote for him. And you need them. You need them if you want to stop another Democrat president from taking office in 2025. But if you go along with the Democrats and be like, oh yeah, he definitely did something, they found something, all this kind of stuff, and you're happy about it, and you get him either removed from being able to run, or in the case of this prosecutor in Georgia who has conveniently set the trial date for one day before Super Tuesday, if you get him off the ballot, it doesn't matter if it's Ron DeSantis or Vivek Ramaswamy. I like those guys, by the way. I like them. I think they're good. But they're not Donald Trump. And they're not going to rally the base. And so what's going to happen is all those people that are big-time Donald Trump supporters, they're going to be kind of like me. But I do it for a different reason. I told you, I'm not registered to vote. I'm not going to vote. I'm not going to vote in the primaries. I'm not going to vote in 2024. I'm not registered to vote. Not going to happen. But these people will stay home. And you need them. You need them. And because some of you don't like the guy. And listen, Donald Trump is a mean, nasty guy, okay? He says inappropriate things. He's arrogant. He's narcissistic. He's all those things. He really is. But I'm telling you, if Joe Biden gets in, he'll sign any gun control legislation. But if those Republican voters, those Trump supporters stay home because Trump has been removed from the candidacy, you're going to lose the House of Representatives. You will lose the House of Representatives. It's a fine margin right now. And on the presidential year, Democrats always have the advantage because people who normally don't vote in any other election come out. There's going to be ballot harvesting, ballot collecting. There's going to be all those things that they changed, drop boxes, universal mail-in voting where you're going to get 3 or 4 ballots and you can drop them off at different places and all that kind of. It's going to happen. You're going to lose. And all those people are going to vote for Democrats down ballot. So you'll see the U.S. House of Representatives flip. I would say, if I had to guess right now, it will be D plus 15 to D plus 20 in the House of Representatives. The Republicans don't have good odds right now at retaking the Senate. In fact, they have a pretty poor chance at retaking the Senate because there's more Republicans up than Democrats, and the states that are going on, you need every single vote. And all it's going to take is for a few Republicans in the Senate to flip to Democrats, and then you get a couple of the Rhino Republicans in the Senate to go along. You will have, I guarantee you, it will be House bill. The bill number will be H.R. 8 or H.R. 15. It will be in the first 25 bills they pass. Will be the biggest gun control bill you will ever see because they're going to have the House. They'll be able to pass it. They're going to have the Senate or close enough to have the 60 votes, and you're going to have a Mitt Romney, a Susan Collins, a wishy-washy Republican. Oh, we have to do something about gun violence. And they'll get it through, and Joe Biden will sign it. And I hope that at that point you realize the mistake you made. For those of you that are not standing up going, this is a travesty of justice because it is a kangaroo court. I'm not saying he's innocent. But what I'm saying is they're playing dirty. And you don't want to play dirty. Okay, good. You got morals and ethics. You're going to lose your gun rights in 2025. I promise you that right now. I'm going to save this video. It is going to be, as I said, the bill number will be H.R. 8, H.R. 15, and for the next Congress, 2025, it will pass within the first 2 or 3 weeks when the Democrats hold the House. They hold the Senate. They have maybe enough to do the 60 vote, filibuster in the Senate, and they're going to have Joe Biden. And I hope that you feel good because you didn't get Trump. You stopped Trump. Yay. He said it was a fraudulent election and hurt our sacred democracy. Good. It's not him. Hey, it's Joe Biden. Good. You're going to lose all of your gun rights. And that is my prediction. I'm saving this video. And I know I'm right. And so if anybody else is on the top of the ticket for the Republicans, you know Joe Biden's going to win. Because there aren't enough people out there that are going to, go to the polls, wait and stand in line and be able to do all that, bring all their friends. Because Ron DeSantis, well, I think he's a great governor of Florida. He doesn't have the star power. Vivek Ramaswamy, I think he's extremely intelligent. He's not going to have the star power. And people are just going to stay home, and the Democrats always have the advantage in those elections, and they're going to win. So there you go. That's my prediction. I promise this will be the last video on this topic I make. I'm going to save it, and I'm going to bring it back in 2025 when you guys are all pissed off the ATF has all these new rules, because you would rather the ATF have more rules. You would rather the Democrats pass gun control than defend Donald Trump because you hate him so much. But that's going to be on you. That's my prediction. But you know what? I got no horse in the race because I'm not a registered voter and I'm not going to vote. So as always, thanks for watching.